Welcome students. Today for revision I have selected some of the questions from your Viva Startup Mathematics book. The first question I have taken from page number 201. Let's go for page number 201. That question I have taken, come to that first one, question number 2. Here some shapes has been given and you have asked, that means one adjacent one has been given. One is like a square, two squares are there and one cross is there. One cross is here has been given. Okay. And two adjacent squares has been given. Yes, they has been placed like that. Let's follow the measurement given for these shapes. Remove these lines. Yes, if it is necessary, that time we will add it. Here the measurement for the squares, all the sides has been given 2 units. Yes, and all the sides for this cross has been given, this is 1 unit. Okay, all the sides has been given 1 unit. Here also the same, this is also 2. Now you have asked to find the area of the shaded region in this in square unit. So first let's think for this one. Yes, by observing also you can say all the sides as it is given 2 units. So what will be the area of these two square? So let's write area of the two squares. What it will be? Definitely you know that square means side into side, but here as it's 2, so with that we are going to multiply 2 into 2. What it is? This is the square unit, that means the area of one square. Here you have 2 squares, so that's why I have multiplied this one with this one area of one square. So what you are getting, that is equal to 8 square unit. Okay, now come to the cross has been given here. Now I am going to divide this one in some small size of squares. What will be that area of this cross? Okay, so area of the cross, that means what? Here the cross has been divided, you can see, in 5 equal size of small squares. Okay, so that is equal to 5 into 1 small square. Yes, so what is the area of one small square? See that each side has been given 1 unit. So one small square is equal to 1 into 1 square unit. So that means in total all the 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, these 5 squares will have 5 square unit. Now you can tell what is the total area. This one we have find out, these two also we have find out. So the total area is equal to 8 plus 5, that means 13 square unit. Is it easy? Yes. Now come to the next question. Here some path has been drawn. You have to find out the area of this one. Let's go for the question number 3. Here it is given inside a rectangular park of dimension 60 by 40 meter. Here 60 by 40 meter. A path 2 meter wide is built in the middle. Yes, it is 2 meter wide. That path has been built. One is vertical, that is vertical, and this is horizontal. Two path has been made. So one along the length, this is along the length, and another one is along the breadth. Now what is the area of the remaining part of the park? That means here you have asked the area of that remaining field. Yes, what we can do in this case? See, the first thing, if we are finding the total area of this park, then from that, if we are removing this area of the path has been made, we will get that area, which is, that means the free part in this park. We can get it. So go for this one. Let's find the area of the park. Total area of the park. Yes, what it will be? Length has been given 60 meter. Breadth has been given what? 40 meter. So what we are getting? It is 2400 meter square, or you can write it will be square meter. Now, this is the easy one. Now come to that path of this road. First road I am naming this one as road A, and that second row I am naming as B. That means the vertical one is B and horizontal one is which is along the length, that is A. So now area of path A. Yes, what is the length? Here the length is 60 meter. What is the width? That is equal to, it is 2 meter. You can go for your book. Yes, so what you are getting? 120 square meter. Okay, now come to the another path, that is area of path B. What it will be? It is along the width, whereas the width of this rectangle has been given 40 meter. So we can write 40 meter into 2 meter. Yes, so it will be 80 square meter. Yes, is it the total area of the path if I am adding these two? Now, come to this area. What is happening here? Have you ever noticed? Both the road is overlapping on that. So, if I am adding these two road, that means I am taking this area for twice, but I am not allowed to take. So, what I have to do? I will find this area. Yes, that overlapping area of the road. That one we will subtract from the total area of the road. So overlapping path or part of the path, that is equal to what? 2 into 2 meter square, that means 4 square meter. I can write that one. I am going to remove from this total area of the path. So the total area of the path equal to what? Here when I am adding these two, what I am getting? It is coming 120 plus 80 minus 4 means that is equal to 200 minus 4. So 196 square meter. This is what? This is the total area of these two paths. Now, from the total area of this rectangular path, I am going to remove this total area of the path, and that area we are getting, it will be that free part of this rectangular path. So now, here we have to find out the remaining area of the park. Remaining area of the park, that is equal to what? The total area 2400 minus occupied area 196 equal to, let's subtract what you are getting. Yes, 2204 square meter. This is the unoccupied area in this park. Children, come to question number 4 here. First, you be attentive to the question what has been asked on that. See. Draw, if possible, a polygon inside an equilateral triangle such that, first case, area of the polygon is greater than that of the equilateral triangle. That one. Suppose here I am trying to put a square. Yes. Other than square also, if you are trying to put any of the polygon inside this equilateral triangle, let's consider this is an equilateral triangle. Here, let it be all the sides are equal. So what will happen? Whatever polygon you are putting inside it, its area would not be greater than the area of this equilateral triangle. So in the first situation, for example, I have taken one square. It is impossible to put any polygon inside this equilateral triangle where the area will be greater than this triangle. So in this first situation, it is not possible. Okay, come to the second situation. Here you have asked to put a certain polygon, show that the perimeter of the polygon is greater than that of the equilateral triangle. This situation is possible. How? See, here you are getting the straight line. So if I am taking any concave polygon inside it, yes, be attentive. Here I have taken one star-shaped structure. Yes, so the length of the side, perimeter means what? Only we are counting the length of the sides. So what polygon I have put inside this equilateral triangle, it will be definitely greater. It will be more than that. What is the perimeter of this equilateral triangle has been given. It will be definitely greater than that. So here this situation, it is possible. That much only. I hope you people have understood. So let's try to solve the questions given in this exercise. All the best.